Ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Paige Spiranac to the Amiga Dubai Ladies Masters for your first visit. Welcome.
Thank you.
We know that you're a social media celebrity with 50,000 followers on Twitter and almost 500,000 on Instagram. How important is it for players to get involved on social media these days, in your opinion?
I think it's very important. It's a way to connect with everyone, and you kind of they can keep up with you, and you kind of document what you're doing, and I think that's great because you get to interact with so many different people now.
So how about your game? Is it trending in the right direction?
I would like to think so. I've been working really hard, and I'm just really excited for this opportunity. Really grateful for it.
Yeah. Do you have any goals in mind for the tournament? Set your very high?
To not throw up on the first tee is number one. I'm extremely nervous. It's my first big tournament and the first time I've been here, and first time I've been out of the country. So it's kind of a lot. So just trying to keep everything like calm and collected and seem like I'm keeping it together. I think that's the main goal right now.
Okay, so any questions for Paige?
It's just ask you, how do you keep it together then for the next couple of days? How's the whole experience been and travelling and coming over here and seeing the place? And how do you think you will manage to keep the nerves at bay come Wednesday?
Traveling's been great because I'm with my older sister, and so she's been able to kind of keep everything, keep me okay. And I mean, I don't really know how I'm going to handle it. I mean, this is my first time in this situation, but I played college golf and I played junior golf, so I've been in pressure situations before, but this is obviously on a bigger scale, so hopefully I can keep it together and do what I'm capable of doing.
Hi, Paige. You majored in communications, and I mean, your way of communicating is just, I think, perfect. Can you tell us how? I mean, we know that your involvement with the social media helped you get even an entry into this tournament. And can you just tell me how much of a useful tool it has been in your top career so far?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be here without it, so it's very important, and like I said, I'm very grateful to be here because of the social media, but it's really kind of weird how it came about because I never kind of sought this out. It kind of just came to me, and so it's been kind of a learning process of like dealing with everything and receiving negative comments and also positive comments and how to balance those too. So it's been a learning process, but I'm very fortunate that I have all these followers and they do like watching me and liking what I do. So I think that's really cool, and it's given me kind of like a gateway to help my professional golf career, and that's really what I want to do, is just play golf because I love it so much. So I'm happy that Instagram has kind of given me that opportunity.
Are you a little annoyed at times, maybe in these last few months, that people tend to focus more? I mean, you are a great golfer. I mean, whatever shots we have seen on the internet looks like. I mean, you have the stuff to really succeed at this level. But people just keep focusing on the social media aspect of it and stuff like that, instead of your golf. Does it get annoying, or are you just happy with it?
I understand where they're coming from. I mean, yes, I played college golf and I've had good results, but when you look at my game compared to, say the top players in the world, I'm not in the same league as them. And they do have a right to say that, yeah, she's not on tour, because I'm not on tour, and I just turned pro and this is all new. So I understand where they're coming from, but I wish they could see that I'm working as hard as I can, and I may make it and I may not make it. So I'm just trying to focus on what I need to do to get to that next level, and try not to focus on what they say too much, and try to focus on all the positive, because I'm pretty lucky in the sense that on social media anyone has the ability to say whatever they want, and most of the time it is negative to a lot of people. So I get probably 99% amazing comments and so much love and support from people, and maybe that 1% of people who tend to criticize. So I can't help that, and but I do understand where they're coming from.
Does it help you in your golf as well? Like, for example, I mean, if you hit a bad shot, do you think of it like it's a bad comment and you can just forget about it, or how do you deal with it on the golf course? Does it help you on the golf course?
The
Your
social media?
skills.
I would say yes and no. If I hit a bad shot and say there's people around and I don't want to, throw my club or be negative, because that's not what I want to like portray myself, and that's kind of not what I'm like on, social media. I feel like I try to be very genuine and, very fun-loving, and so I try to bring that side of it to the golf course too, and I think it helps me.
Paige, welcome to Dubai. We know that you've been out and practiced already around there. It's a course that's very famous. Rory won here earlier in the year, Tigers. All these guys have played here. I just wonder your thoughts on the course itself for your game, and how you're going to tackle it, and if it suits you, if you like the look of it.
Yeah, I played it yesterday and I love it. I mean, it's in amazing shape. It's beautiful. I mean, you get on, like 8 or 14, you see the buildings in the back, and you're just like, this is amazing. Like, I can't even believe I'm here. And I do think it fits my game pretty well, because you can kind of hit it a little bit places and still be fine. And I like that, because I feel like my short game is probably the best part of my game, and the putting, and I feel like you can make a lot of putts here, so I like that part of it.
And also as well, I mean, you're going to be nervous on the first tee. There's going to be a lot of spectators that are curious to come and see you and watch you. How are you going to handle that for the week ahead? That they're going to be, some are going to be looking at you wondering, is she as good as, I mean, it's going to be a strange situation for you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm extremely nervous, and I'm going to be 100% honest with that. I can't hide the fact that this is my first big event, and I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I've never had, people, a lot of people come out and watch me, so it's going to be new for me, and I want to prove myself, because I have been working really hard. It's just going to, depending on what I shoot, it's going to be basically if I can keep my mind straight, and nerves under control, and the hands not shaking too much.
I just want to follow that up as well. What stage are you in the career at the moment, getting towards looking for getting your cards and things like that? Where are you at the moment?
Yeah, so I turned pro in August. When I finished college golf, I wasn't sure if I wanted to play professionally or not. I kind of had a hard college career, and so I didn't sign up for first stage of Q school, because I was kind of in between, and then kind of all the social media attention started to happen, and it kind of, I guess, forced me to turn pro a little bit sooner than how I had it planned out to begin with. So right now this is kind of like my first tournament, and then from here I'll play the first stage of Q school when it comes up again, and kind of go through the process. But I definitely want to earn my way on and do it that way, because I need more experience and more rounds under my belt before I do anything else.
Just I know you said a little bit about it. What would constitute a good week for you here in terms of a debut? What sort of targets do you want to tick off, other than not being sick on the first tee?
Honestly, that's number one right now. All my friends are like putting bets on like if I actually will or not.
Yeah.
But I just want to stay in the moment. I don't want to get ahead of myself. And like I said, I've been working really hard, and I know my game it's good and it's there now. So I just want to be able to kind of let everything else go and kind of do what my game is able to do, and hopefully I can perform that way. So it's not really on performance based, it's more on just kind of like keeping everything in control for me.
Okay, and it sounds like your dad used to play for Pittsburgh. Has he given you any advice? Obviously he's a former athlete himself. Has he given you any advice on the nerves?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has been really helpful. A lot of my friends who play professionally golf too, and they're just saying, just go out there and try your best and have fun, because I mean, you have bad rounds and you have good rounds too, and if I do happen to have a bad round, it's just one bad round, you can move on from it, and so try not to let it affect you too much.
Can I ask you about your obsession for comic books? That's what I believe we've read in the various interviews.
Yes.
So who is your favorite character? And if you want to be a comic book character, who would that character be?
For DC Comics, it's definitely Batman, and then for Marvel, it is Iron Man. I love comics. It's something that I do on the weekends. I'll just go to comic book stores and just read them. I've always been into it. If I could be anyone, I don't know, I wish I could do something that would relate to golf, like make every putt that I looked at or something like that. But it'd be pretty cool to like be Iron Man and just have like a suit and like fly around everywhere and just like never be in traffic or just do whatever I wanted.
Can I just follow up on what's the same article as Joy? They were talking about gymnastics was going to be your career, and then
Yes.
you had an injury, a rare injury young, and then you went, I think your dad took you to the golf range and you hit one shot and you thought, well, this is for me now. Is that kind of how it was?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I was always on the monkey bars and during school, and my teachers went to my mom and they're like, you need to get her into the gym because she's going to break her neck. And so gymnastics was kind of my everything. I started when I was 6, and I was an elite gymnast by the age of 10. So I was in the gym 7 hours a day, 6 days a week, and really wanted to go to the Olympics, but I had a bad birthday, which means that you kind of peak when you're 15, 16, and I would have been, you have to be turning 16 in the year of the Olympics, and I have a March birthday, so I missed it. So I would have been 18, which is kind of past it. But the main reason I quit was I fractured my kneecap twice. So yeah, I was pretty young, so my bones weren't strong enough, and so when I was going to do a jump backwards on the ball, a piece of the bone ripped, piece of the muscle ripped the bone off, or whatever. So I had that actually happened twice. So after the second time, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. Like it was just too much for me. I quit when I was 12, and then picked up golf right after that.
Is that injury something that concerned you for your golf career?
No, it doesn't bother me at all. It healed, and I was actually really fortunate because a lot of gymnasts do have pretty bad injuries, and I was lucky that it was just that, and it was nothing with like my back or my neck or anything along those lines. So it doesn't concern me now, though.
Paige, when the focus did switch to golf, who do you look up to that on the men's circuit and the women's circuit? Who have you try to take little bits of advice or tips when you see them on TV from?
I've always loved Julie Inkster. She threw me a golf ball at a tournament when I was really young, and she's been one of my favorite players. She's so competitive, but she makes it fun still, and she works so hard. And also, Tiger Woods too. He's everyone's idol growing up. He's just so cool in the sense that like everything he does, he just looks so cool doing it, and he's a legend. And then also comes to like the older players too, with just watching how they work and how their short games, and so I love like short game. That's my favorite part. So seeing how they work around the greens and everything like that, so it's pretty cool.
How's the short game been this week?
It's been good. I think that's the strongest part of my game, and I always rely on that because when I do get nervous, I tend to go a little bit both ways. So I do rely on that a lot. So hopefully it's strong on Wednesday and Thursday.
Great. Can I ask you something about, I know you only have good things to say about Mohammed and his team, but to be invited to a tournament like this at a career stage where you are, I mean, what are your own thoughts about that? And also your experience of Dubai for the first couple of days that you have been here. What did you think of the city, and what have you heard about the city before, which you thought is different now that you have seen it?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to be here right now. I'm so blessed and so lucky, and I honestly can't believe that I am here. I remember when it first started happening, I got a call and they said they wanted me to come to Dubai, and in July, I think is when I got the first call, and I was like crying in my room because I was so nervous and I didn't know if I'd be ready, and I'm still crying about it in my room. I'm not sure if I'm ready, but to be in Dubai, I was pretty nervous to come here just because it was my first time out of the country and I didn't really know what to expect. I've never traveled, it's 15 hours away from where I am, and it's been incredible. Someone told me that Dubai is a mix between Vegas and Disney World, so it's way cooler than that. It's amazing. I mean, every time I'm just blown away by like the buildings and how nice the people are here, and just the hospitality. Everyone's welcomed me with open arms, so it's been great, and I couldn't have asked for a better place to come for my first tournament.
Okay, Paige. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week.
Thank you so much.